The nail in the coffin. Dutch leader Dick Schoof visited the country's king to resign as Prime Minister on Tuesday after losing one of his 3 coalition partners.
If one party lacks the will to continue, it becomes impossible to continue.
The leader of the party PVV, Geert Wilders, has left the agreement over a lack of support for what he calls the strictest asylum policy ever.
We have proposed a plan to close the borders to asylum seekers, to stop them, to send them away. I signed for the strictest asylum policy, not for the downfall of the Netherlands, and our responsibility for this cabinet therefore also ends at this moment.
The collapse leaves the Netherlands with a caretaker government just weeks away from 32 world leaders arriving for a NATO summit.
There is a war going on. There may be an economic crisis coming our way. People are worried about it, about their bills. We had a right-wing majority that was able to make things better, yes, and he drops it all.
The Dutch are fed up with nothing happening, everything standing still and all this bickering in the coalition. So I'm relieved this is now coming to an end, and that is more important to me than the NATO summit.
Geert Wilders had already led the Netherlands' largest party, and he's now aiming to secure the prime ministership at the next election. But post-breakup animosity could be an obstacle to forming a coalition with other parties.
They all have said more or less, we want not to have a new cabinet with an unreliable partner. So that's, I think, a suicidal politics for Wilders, that he shoot himself in the foot by breaking off his own government.
Dutch locals have their eye on a future vote as well.
I hope it's the social life that goes better, because we had a lot of big problems with the immigrants and about education with the last governments.
I hope that with the new elections we will choose or that it will lead to a government that's more moderate.
There's no firm date for an election, but it's unlikely to be before October. In the meantime, the home of international justice could struggle to get its own house in order. Loughlin Patrick, ABC News.